Long before humans, before cities, before memory itself, there was a world ruled by giants. Creatures with armor, teeth built for tearing, bodies designed for survival, not beauty. We call it the age of dinosaurs, and we believe it ended. But what if it didn't? What if somewhere on this planet, that world never truly disappeared, hidden, untouched, unchanged, far below the surface of the ocean? There is a place where time feels different, where creatures still carry the shapes, the instincts, the silence of something ancient, something that never left. Section 1. The Surface Illusion. From above, the ocean looks peaceful, predictable, a place of waves and light. But this is only the surface, a thin layer, covering something much older. As we begin to descend, light fades, warmth disappears, and the familiar world begins to slip away. Because beneath this surface, there exists an environment that has remained stable for millions of years. While the land changed, while species evolved and disappeared, the deep ocean stayed the same. And in that stability, ancient forms of life remained. This raises the first question. If the environment doesn't change, does evolution slow down? Section 2. A world frozen in time. At depth, change becomes rare. Temperatures remain constant. Light never returns. Conditions stay extreme, but stable. This creates something unusual, a world where evolution doesn't need to rush. On land, survival demands constant adaptation. But here, if something works, it continues to work for millions of years. This is why some deep-sea creatures look almost identical to their ancient ancestors. Their bodies carry designs that have already been perfected long ago. But this leads to a deeper mystery. Are these creatures truly unchanged? Or have they evolved in ways we simply don't recognize? Section 3. Creatures that carry the past. Some deep-sea animals look like they belong to another era. Hard shells, segmented bodies, primitive structures, features we associate with ancient life. It's not just appearance, it's behavior. Slow movements, ambush hunting, energy conservation. Strategies that feel ancient because they are. In environments where energy is scarce, efficiency matters more than speed, just like it did millions of years ago. This creates a living connection between past and present. But scientists still don't fully understand how much of this behavior is inherited and how much is still evolving. Section 4. Darkness preserves the old ways. In the deep sea, there is no day or night, no seasons, no changing cycles, just constant darkness. And in that darkness, there is no pressure to adapt to light. No need for color, no need for visual signals. This removes one of the biggest drivers of change in most ecosystems. Without it, evolution slows, stabilizes, preserves. This is why some creatures still rely on senses that feel more primitive. Touch, vibration, chemical detection, senses that existed long before vision became dominant. But this raises a larger question. If light disappears, does evolution begin to move backward? Or simply in a different direction? In the deep ocean, food is rare, extremely rare. And this scarcity creates pressure, not just physical, but evolutionary. Creatures must be prepared for the rare moment when food appears. So they evolve extreme features, massive jaws, expandable stomachs, teeth designed to trap, not chew. These are not random adaptations. They are survival strategies that mirror ancient predators. Because when food is unpredictable, the safest strategy is simple. Take everything while you can. But here's the mystery. Why do these extreme traits resemble creatures from the distant past? Is evolution repeating itself, or has it never truly moved on? In some parts of the deep ocean, life becomes larger, not faster, not stronger, but bigger. Massive creatures moving slowly through darkness, like shadows of something ancient. This phenomenon, deep-sea gigantism, creates animals that feel prehistoric. But unlike dinosaurs, these giants don't dominate through force. They survive through patience, energy conservation, stillness. It's a different kind of power. But scientists still don't know why size increases in such extreme environments. Why grow large when resources are so limited? The deep sea is not just dark. It is isolated, vast distances separate creatures. Encounters are rare. This isolation creates something unusual. Evolution happens in pockets, separate, disconnected. Different species develop in isolation, without influence from others. This can preserve ancient traits or create entirely new ones. But we don't always know which, because we haven't seen enough. Scientists still don't know how many species exist in these depths, or how long they've been there. As we reach deeper layers, one realization becomes clear. The deep ocean is not just an ecosystem. It is a record, a living memory of Earth's history, a place where ancient strategies, ancient forms, ancient behaviors still exist, not as fossils, but as living organisms. This is why it feels like the age of dinosaurs never ended, because in some ways, it didn't. It simply moved out of sight. We often think of time as something that moves forward, that the past disappears, replaced by the present. But the deep ocean tells a different story, a story where time overlaps, where ancient and modern coexist, where evolution doesn't erase the past, it preserves it, hidden in darkness. And we've explored only a small part of it, which means there may be creatures down there that are even closer to the ancient world than anything we've seen. So the next time you think about dinosaurs, remember this: they may be gone from the land, but beneath the ocean, their world may still exist, quietly, unchanged, waiting in the dark.